Is this recording? I hope so. I had to. Yes, it's recording. Okay. So, I did something while I was recording something. That video is deleted because I was trying to use another screen recording software and it didn't work. It was making me pay if I wanted to do anything longer than like 2 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically recap what I did. I got rid of the arrow movements and I'm going to add scrolling. I set up a little list. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I set up a list of what I want to do, and that includes enemies, attacking, player health, more art, and a name. If you have a name idea, please leave it in the comment section, and I will pick my favorite one to be the name of the game. Right now we're going to add a scrolling aspect to it, and what I did was I made it so when I press the right arrow, changes that by 1. But obviously it's moving the wrong way, so we make it -1. This is always going to be this is always going to be its exposition will always be the exposition of what scroll X is. So our side movement was 7, I believe. That's not what I meant to do. We just set this to left arrow and 7. Oh, game broke. And when this is clicked, we're going to set our scroll X to 0. But there is kind of a problem. As you can see, we collide perfectly like that, but not like that. Don't know why that is. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete this. I'm going to change this, and there's a tutorial that I'm going to follow real quick. I'm going to have to scroll through the videos to try to find them, though. Oops, sorry. Platform detection. Okay, repeat until not touching level. If XV is greater than 0, I'm also using a tutorial right now because it has a good scrolling collision. Oh, it's an if else. Change x by -1 or 0. That's not what I need. Yep. Or 1. And does that work? No. I think we're gonna have to give up. We're gonna have to build this from the ground up. So yep, all that progress gone. I have to get rid of this first. But yeah, all that progress. I'm gonna delete it all, and we're gonna follow a scrolling platformer tutorial by griffpatch.
Scrolling platformers. I'm going to be locked in player.
I already know what he does in this part. It's a pretty outdated one. It's from scratch 2, I think. I know what he does on this part.
Scratch code for this example. We want a nice simple little graph. Great. And now we need some variables. So go back to the scripts. Let's add in some variables in the data tab. Make variable. Now, I'm going to create for all sprites. And I'm going to use these in capitals so that we can remember that they are for all sprites. I have one for level, which is the level we're on. It's great. I'm going to make an
I had to follow a new tutorial. But yeah. I have to add another thing here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but
okay, so there we go. 3 variables like that. And therefore, so I'll just create that and go off to the little play and go to costume, call it play. There we go. And what we're going to do broadcast and wait. Now I'm going to do this like this, just as a loop here. Okay, a custom. Now this game on. Oh.
Okay. Receive green flag. Receive start game. Broadcast. Reset. And setup. Forever. And set level to 1. Okay. Now when green flag is clicked, hide and go to front layer. That's not what I wanted. And when this is clicked, and now we make a new block called game on. Show. We're going to set our ghost effect to where's the dang it, I can't find it again. Here it is. So boom.
I'm going to choose them.
Now we're going to make another one. Tick. Remember that screen refresh? He doesn't do that until a lot later, but I've learned it saves time. It's just annoying because
-8, a good number. And another condition of if right arrow. And we're going to change x by 8, so it's to the right. Motion, go to xy. I'm just thinking where to put this, whether it should be done here or over there. Let's put it down here for now.
Now I get a repeat until I'm gonna plug my phone just so it doesn't die in the middle of recording. Otherwise I'd have to pause it and wait for my phone to turn on, and that would be a mess. So go to, I'm guessing,
so and
we go to minus, we go to x minus scroll x, duplicate it, change this to y. Oh yeah. It still has that. I didn't delete anything from that.
after that, one more thing we're going to
I have to fix this real quick. Boom.
Now, if we run this project, we should find if we press left and right.
Now we should be able to move.
Excellent. And we'll add in here, and there, it seems exactly the same. And Y minus scroll Y.
Now we're gonna go here. Oh, I hit my mic. And it takes that over there.
That. Now, that call X here. That player. Change set Y to set scroll X. So set scroll X. And put the player as X position in there.
Now we go here and set scroll X to X. You go quite slow. So I'm going to set this to 10. Still a bit slow. Let's do 15. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna get rid of this wall because it's useless. Also, if we run into it, our character's just gonna glitch out. Now, something they haven't done yet in the tutorial is setting scroll Y to Y. So that's what I'm gonna do. No, never mind, because that ruined the whole entire thing. That'd make it so you could see way past the floor when you're standing on the thing.
Now to see that on screen when it's running.
Anyways, now we have
Right now,
this
still. The background moves.
in the next video.
Y. Okay, so let's stick that down here.
Excuse me. And change my SY. We need to do position, sorry. I'm gonna throw that away. And there we go. Boom. Moving. Oh, y isn't a private variable.
Stick that in the tick custom block. For now, I'm constantly at a speed change y by -8, so downwards.
And change y by -8.
-8. Touching the platform, you need to move and then not. And we're going to repeat until
Repeat until
we're not the platforms that we have. So this will be repeat. So move up by 1, see what happens. Rising up 1 pixel at a time, see what happens.
it's playing so it's laggy. I need to edit this. Not touching level. And change y by 1 and position.
There we go. It's up bigger. Now you see what's happening here. What's happening is he's falling down by 8, going through it, and then rising up 1 pixel at a time, just like we said, repeat until he's not touching it. But the sad thing is then you can see him fall through again and go back up again. So what we really need to do is do this so quick that we don't see it happen, so that he'll fall down and look like he's sitting on top. Luckily that's very achievable in Scratch. All we need to do is change our tick custom block here. This tick is supposed to be really quick, that's why we called it tick, like a tick of a clock. So right click on it, say edit.
This isn't supposed to run without screen refresh. This is because it's only being executed once per tick.
Into option, scrap him from falling down at a combat 2-0 at the beginning in your game on custom block. So we're not falling, so why? We'll make it for this sprite only.
Now I need SY for this sprite only. And this is clicked. Set SY to 0.
And start with by -1. No, -2 actually, better.
Change SY by -2. And
speed y by -2, yeah, it's going to get big. However, this little loop down here with the change blank B is touching a black line.
yeah, that's good. Perfect.
Set our speed y to 0.
Sorry, I haven't spoken for a while. I just noticed that.
There it stops. And if we walk off the end, you'll see he starts falling again until he hits the bottom. The nice thing about that is we'll put it just before the speed y change.
Move this down. Duplicate. Gone. And make that up arrow, I believe.
And we need
And set SY to 4. I need a 16, I'll do 15. Wow, look at this. Flappy Bird. Huh. Yeah, I've probably got to fix that.
press up. Instantly we can do some jumping. That's exactly more like flying. If I hold it down, we need to do now in air.
My dog came up to see me. Say hi, dog. Good enough.
And again, this is right only. So set in air to 0 when the game on is hit. And what we're going to do is we're going to change in air inside the change pair y. We're going to change it by 1. Now this means it's going to keep saying he's in the air for longer the more he's in the air. And when we touch a platform, we're going to set in air
And
back to 0. So
in
it'll
air.
be 0 for as long as he's touching something. And the in air will be bigger than 0 when he's in the air. The longer he's in the air, the bigger that number becomes. And that means that we can use that in the jumping code. So if we put an if statement around the set speed y,
I might get the PS5 12 days after it comes out. Because 12 days after it comes out is my birthday, and it's actually a pretty similar price to what I wanted. So, to what I originally wanted, I wanted to get a PSVR because I have a PS4. But I might end up getting the PlayStation 5, and if I do, get ready for videos on that because that will be awesome. But I might not, and I most likely will get it eventually.
16 there is less than.
But if I do, I'll make a video. Somebody's texting me. I have to respond. Now this should fix our problem. Yo, these are tiny boy hops. 30. Okay, those are too much of big boy hops. Let's do 20. Nope, too much of tiny boy hop. Perfect hop. Remember, guys, you do not want a tiny boy hop. You want a big boy hop. So we have a good sized hop. They aren't too big boy, they aren't too little boy. But there is this problem. Also, it's really laggy. I should probably hide all this. Maybe that'll help it run smoother. Because it's less stuff that it has to put on the screen. Once this is finished, this is going to be super laggy. At least for my computer, because it's pretty bad. But if you have a good enough computer, then it won't be very laggy, I don't think. Also, there is a little thing. Our character can jump a tiny bit once they're off a platform. So let's walk off here. But yeah, we're going to continue with the tutorial now.
4 we'll choose. Now, for some, you're skipping the look. If I hold down here, start jumping, make change things. And they're very necessary.
Okay, next video.
Hi, I'm griffpatch.
Platform detection, awesome.
Scrolling platform tutorials right away on costume. Vertical one.
Now we're going to add a new costume. Duplicate. We're just going to set this one to plain ground. I have to set that to pointed 1 second, I'm texting somebody. This person literally just texted me saying this person wears purple, pink, and blue. She's being very confusing. She literally sent me light pink or darker white, well, red or white.
Hold on shift there. Okay, so we've got a bit more of an interesting level around the guy now. Let's go back into our person and play this game. Now, when I move around up here, all is fine. Go down here, I jump up. Looks like I jump up straight through the wall, the floor. And if I walk up the slope, that seems to work at the moment. If I walk up to this wall, whoa,
That tick is going
straight
insane.
to the top. Not good. So, we need to fix all these things. The first thing we're going to fix is the jumping up through the ceiling. That's the most easy to fix. So let's go to our scripts. What we need to change is to change player Y custom block. Now the reason this is all going wrong is that the script that says if you're in a platform, change this little script. Do that on your project. Just have a bit of it's going to go into the greater than symbol. If at the start is the position.
So what they're doing is they're getting an if-else statement. That's red, but okay.
Block. Let's go underneath this if.
So what they do is they take this Y and in air, go below this, I believe this goes in here.
The change the greater than symbol.
Oh, I hit my microphone.
What we're going to say in here was so if moving up, we want to change the Y by -1. So move it down again to create that into the second else part. And so if we're moving up, we move down. And if we were moving down, we would move up. Okay, so we've got to change Y by -1 and then change Y by 1. Let's just run that again.
Okay, hopefully this will be fixed now. Oh, it's setting her in air. So this is what's stopping him from going through, so we just set in air to like 5 or something. Or it can just not work at all. I think that's not what I was what the tutorial says. I was going
Now
to
if I
see
go
if that would
underneath and
work.
jump, aha, success. It's not jumping through. But one thing that is happening, if I hold the up key, move down here, hit the up. So it's only if our character is moving down when we hit something that we set in air to 0.
Here. That's all we needed to do. Boom. But watch. Boom. But one problem, whatever that is, that's probably going to be fixed, but what is that? And is there a done thing? Yes, there is. How long have I been recording? 42 minutes. Oh.
Now if we jump, there we go. Yeah. No problem. So walking until is. So let's, if left key, change layer.
Gotta make a new block.
X, Y, click OK. Okay, this is just like our change player Y. And we're going to use this now. So
It's being really laggy. This is going. So that's probably why.
make sure you drew the right one. Change player X. And where we were changing our X before, let's use this. So pass in -8 again.
So now what we do here is change player X by -15. Get rid of that. Duplicate this. Change player X by 15. Get rid of that.
Take that change X out. And duplicate change player X by is going to be very similar to our change player Y. In fact, so similar that for now this X's and this Y's and the Y's and X's. So make sure we change.
Okay. Now what we do is duplicate this and change Y's to X's. That's a Y, not an X. X, X,
Being fine, change X, but change pick again. Player object. So
we don't need the inner. And that should be it.
higher. Change Y by 1 in a click OK. Custom lock for the heated wall. And we were changing change X to be He's stuck there, not able to walk through it. That's great. Hit our heads. Good. Can't go to the floor. But what about slope? Aha. The thing that was working all along now doesn't work. Because anything that's any kind of incline at all, which is what this big wall is, stops us. So we're stopped by slopes now. So we need to make another change to our scripts to support slopes now. So stop our project and have a look. So we need to modify this change player X script. What we need to do is have some extra checks. Put it right way around it.
Oh yeah, slopes don't work anymore. I don't know what I did.
Higher script under position. And we're going to need this touching platform, so pop it in there. So it's only going to run this bit here if we're touching a platform and we're walking sideways into one. But what we want to do is to see whether, when we walk across to the slope, whether we can move ourselves up a little bit. Up. So sideways, which is why I chose it. So it means that if we walk across 8, we can move up 8. Change Y by 1.
So we repeat 8 and change Y by 1.
Up by 1. Then we need to position like that. Then do a check to see whether we're in a platform. Again, put the if and check to see whether we're not in a platform. Yeah. And if we're not in the platform, then we're okay. We're actually out of the platform, and this scripts all want to stop. Let me show you this now. If I move this hop, moving up 8 times, then we're okay. We're actually out of the platform, and this scripts all want to stop. Let me show you this now. If I move this whole script, I put it into here just before the repeat. Okay. So if you're touching a platform, we loop around, moving up, done using the stop block. Not stop all, because that stops our whole program. We want to stop this script. So this is the effect of moving me up. And then as soon as we're out of the platform, we come out. And that's great, because that's what we wanted. We've walked into a slope, we moved us up, and we're out. However, if at the end of this 8 move-ups, we're not out of the platform, then we've probably hit a wall. So we want to go back to doing what we did before and checking and pushing us out of the wall back to where we were. But before we can do that, we have to realise that we've moved ourselves up by 8 times. So we need to move ourselves back down 8 times quickly. So we need another chain. Yeah? So
Okay. Everything is working. There's one thing wrong with it, but I like it actually. As you can see, I'm walking off the edge of this platform and jumping. But yeah, as you can see.
we've repeated round 8 wall. Could it now it works. So you need to tweak that wall. So that was the main wheel. add a third one in. This line over here, script dealing with. So add in a scripts dealing with. So add in a setup. That.
Okay, now we're gonna start making levels.
Just move this tick up here out of the way. And in setup, we want to do our cloning and positioning of the level pieces. So for starters, we need some set X and set Ys. So set X and set Y to 0 to begin with, which is in the middle. So this level here will appear in the middle where it's the screen of the game. And also switch the costume to the first costume of the level. Okay, all good. So that will run just as it did before originally with our first part of the level. Now we want another piece of the level next to it. So for this, we need to start using clones under the control Vip to move this bit of level.
Okay,
So
create
X
clone.
by, we'll say 360 for now. So we're moving it to the second one across by 360. And we will switch to the next costume as well. So next costume. Okay, so we run that now. There we go. So now we've got this bit of level.
What? That's supposed to be X. That's so laggy. It's only showing 2 of these. Also here I'm gonna add a giant. My phone just turned off.
Now checks and to the other to right. White to right.
And that will be it for this episode of Making a Game. It's gone on for almost an hour, and I'm kind of bored. So, see you guys tomorrow. Maybe. Hopefully.